You wake up some days and feel like you've lost it all. The drive, the motivation, the reason to move. You scroll through your phone, watch people talk about success, and feel that small voice whisper inside your head, "What's wrong with me?" But here's the truth, and it's not easy to swallow. Motivation was never meant to save you. It was never designed to carry you through your darkest hours. It's a spark, not a fire. It burns bright, but it dies fast. And when it's gone, most people stop moving. They fall back into weakness, excuses, and self-pity. But not you. Not if you learn to build something deeper, something older, something the Stoics mastered thousands of years ago. Forget motivation. Build Stoic strength instead. Because strength doesn't ask you how you feel. It doesn't wait for permission. It moves forward when everything in you screams to stop. It's what Marcus Aurelius meant when he said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." That's not a quote, it's a command. A command to rise, to act, to choose discipline over doubt, consistency over comfort. The Stoics never chased motivation. They built systems. They built armor for the soul. When pain came, they didn't flinch. When chaos surrounded them, they stood tall in silence. Because they understood one eternal truth. The world will never slow down to wait for your emotions. The only thing you control is your response. And that's where true power lives. Not in the illusion of constant inspiration, but in the decision to keep going when inspiration dies. We live in a time where everyone wants to feel good before they act. I'll go to the gym when I feel ready. I'll fix my life when I'm in the right mindset. But life doesn't wait for your readiness. It punishes hesitation. Every second you waste waiting to feel motivated, you're falling behind the version of yourself who just did it anyway. Stoic strength isn't about feeling powerful. It's about acting powerfully in spite of weakness. It's waking up tired, broken, uninspired, and still choosing to show up. That's where transformation happens. That's where ordinary men become unbreakable. Seneca once wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Think about that. Every hour you spend chasing motivation is another hour of your life wasted in waiting. The Stoics didn't wait. They built habits that made discipline automatic. They knew that strength isn't born in comfort. It's forged in repetition. You don't rise because you feel like it. You rise because your standards demand it. Motivation asks, "Can I?" Stoic strength declares, "I must." The truth is, motivation is an emotion, and like all emotions, it fades. It's unreliable, unpredictable, and easily manipulated. The Stoic doesn't depend on it. He understands that emotions are like storms, loud, temporary, and destructive if you let them steer you. But above the storm, there's always calm. That's where discipline lives. That's where clarity begins. When you build Stoic strength, you stop reacting and start responding. You don't let your feelings dictate your behavior. You let your principles guide your path. You wake up every day and ask, "What's in my control today?" That question is your anchor, because everything else, the chaos, the doubt, the fear, is noise. Marcus Aurelius faced betrayal, loss, and endless wars, yet his words echo through time. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. That's the essence of Stoic mastery. When you stop letting external chaos shake your inner world, you become untouchable. Modern culture tells you to chase highs, to find motivation through pleasure, success, validation. But Stoicism teaches the opposite. It's not about chasing, it's about controlling. Control your reactions, control your habits, control your thoughts. That's how you dominate life. Not through hype, but through harmony. You start small. Wake up at the same time. Train your body. Read something that challenges you. Sit in silence. Reflect. These are not glamorous things, but they shape an unshakable man. The Stoics believed the body and the mind were mirrors. Discipline in one strengthens the other. Epictetus was born a slave, but he became one of the most powerful teachers in history because he mastered himself. He once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Freedom isn't comfort, it's control. The man who can't control his impulses is owned by them. The man who can't control his anger is a slave to it. And the man who waits for motivation to move will never move far. You see, motivation fades when life hits hard. When you're fired from your job, when you lose someone you love, when your body fails you, motivation disappears. That's when Stoic strength begins. That's when you stop asking, "Why me?" and start saying, "Try me." That's when you realize pain is not your enemy, it's your instructor. The Stoics taught that adversity reveals character. Hardship is not a curse, it's the forge of greatness. When you face discomfort, don't resist it, stand in it, feel the weight, and let it shape you. Because the more you avoid pain, the weaker you become. And the more you embrace it, the stronger you grow. The world doesn't need more motivated men. It needs disciplined men. Men who do what's right, not what's easy. Men who show up without applause. Men who lead quietly, love deeply, and endure endlessly. Discipline is not punishment, it's freedom. It's the freedom to choose your direction even when everything pulls you off course. The Stoics knew that comfort weakens the soul. They practiced voluntary hardship, cold baths, fasting, endurance training, not to suffer, but to prepare. Because they understood that life will test you, and when it does, you must already be unbreakable. Every struggle you face is a test of your inner fortress. Every setback is a chance to prove your strength. Every failure is a reminder that you are still in control. The man who trains his mind like a soldier doesn't need motivation. He moves because it's his duty. He leads himself because no one else will. So stop chasing motivation. It's a mirage that keeps you thirsty. Build discipline instead. Discipline doesn't care if you're tired, sad, or scared. It doesn't ask for feelings. It asks for action. The Stoic knows that the body obeys the mind, and the mind obeys reason. You must learn to command both. That's how you rise. That's how you build unshakable strength. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you reclaim a piece of yourself that weakness stole. Every time you act without waiting for motivation, you become your own master. That's what it means to live like a Stoic, to live intentionally, to live freely. In the end, motivation may start your journey, but only discipline will carry you through the storms. Motivation whispers, discipline roars. Motivation fades, discipline endures. Remember, a man who depends on motivation will always be fragile, but a man who builds Stoic strength becomes unbreakable. So when the morning comes and the world feels heavy, don't wait to feel ready. Just move. Just act. Just rise. Because true strength isn't built in the moments you're inspired. It's built in the moments you refuse to quit. And one day, when you look back at your life, you'll see that it wasn't motivation that got you here. It was your ability to show up day after day with quiet power and unshakable purpose. That's Stoic strength. That's real freedom. That's the man you were always meant to be.